The tragic stabbing of a young man from Limpopo in Mossel Bay has sparked outrage across South African social media, with many people saying the incident proves exactly what critics have been warning about for months. Many social media users pointed to the upcoming 30th of June march and how it may be associated with tribalism.
Western Cape Police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the unaliving of this man over here, 19-year-old Nhlamulo Sambo from Mossel Bay. He was unalived, according to police, during an altercation with another man on Sunday. However, his family believes he was unalived during anti-immigration unrest in the area because he spoke Tsonga and was mistaken for a foreign national. His mother has pleaded for some assistance, monetary assistance, so she can send his body back home to Limpopo in Guyana for his funeral. Social media has been awash with reaction to the story, some expressing sympathy for the family, saying they believe that is indeed the reason Nhlamulo was unalived. Others accusing the family of lying and pushing propaganda against the March and March movement. It's reignited this conversation on social media around xenophobia, around tribalism, around tribal profiling, if you can call it that. If you don't follow me, please do. I do news stories, true crime, and any other stories I think you might find interesting.
Hi South Africa, I'm Kateko Patricia Sambo from Limpopo. I'm the mother of Kamulo Nabela Sambo, who has been killed by rude people here in Mossel Bay, Western Cape. They killed my son like a dog, saying that he is a foreigner, whereas my child is a Tsonga, a South African citizen of Limpopo at Guyana. I am very painful and hurt as I'm speaking now, because here I am right now. I'm not working. They killed my child. Now I should take the body home to Limpopo. I should bury my child on Saturday. Please, South Africa, help the fellow South African.
Tsonga people of the world, whichever part of the country you are in, this is for you. Turns out we are not safe anymore in South Africa. I'm taking this. Mkhaya wa mina, my homeboy, was killed like a dog because they confused this person to be a foreigner in South Africa. The strike that was happening recently. We are not safe. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but we need justice for this boy. I am so heartbroken. I am so scared because something similar happened to me before I got the car, and I'm glad I have it on chat. I told my husband that I'm inside this Uber, and this guy, before I got inside, he asked me if I'm Zulu or I'm from outside the country. And when I told him that no, I'm not from outside the country and I'm not Zulu, he was like, which language do you speak? I'm like, I'm Tsonga. He's like, yeah, I'm a Shangani, I'm a Kwerekwere. Like, that's what he said. And my husband was like, no, please do not mention that you are married from this country, and do not mention anything. Just tell him that, no, sorry, my brother, just take me wherever that I'm going. And I was feeling uncomfortable throughout the trip, because this typical Zulu man kept talking about how bad this thing is gonna get, how much he is willing to do that and that and that to make sure that every Ikwere in the country goes. But now I'm taking this video. My brother, I'm gonna say my brother because he's Tsonga, I'm Tsonga, was killed like a dog because they confused this person to be a foreigner. So, what needs to be done now? What do we do now? What do we do? What's gonna happen now? I was never gonna take a video concerning all those things, but it's really getting out of hand. And I'm also feeling uncomfortable because my little brother is somewhere in Johannesburg. What if the same thing happens to him? What if the same thing happens to him? They ask him to speak, and then he starts speaking in Tsonga, and then they're like, no, now we quere, and then they kill him. Tsonga people, what do we do? What do we do? I'm so angry. I'm boiling right now. I don't even know what to do. The way I'm sure this video will make a whole lot of nothing, like maybe 0 cents. But what do we do now? Our brother was killed because they confused him to be a foreigner. What should happen now? What should happen?
So yesterday, a 19-year-old Tsonga boy was killed amidst xenophobic riots. And that has had me thinking about xenophobia in South Africa. The xenophobia in South Africa, particularly in the Black community, is very much Afrophobic, because when we think of immigrants from other countries, particularly white immigrants, we don't pay them as much mind or assume that they're legal. But once someone has darker skin, because the immigrants that get the most flack are those from Zimbabwe and Nigeria, and those countries are known to have darker skinned people. It's a massive problem in that case. Dark skin has now kind of been attributed to, oh, you're not from here. But people who are from here have dark skin. And as South Africans, we are aware of this, that we come in all races, shapes, colors. So this like Afrophobia within xenophobia has also victimized groups who are citizens of South Africa. There's also so many analogies and experiences of Tsonga people being mistaken as foreigners for their dark skin and having experienced xenophobia as a result of that, despite being South African. The prevalence of xenophobia within South Africa is just quite ridiculous, in the sense that xenophobia is just wrong. Also in the sense that it's quite ironic, as it comes back and victimizes people who are actually citizens of South Africa. Truly, when someone's being xenophobic, there's no time for you to pull out your ID card or your passport to say, no, yes, I am South African. They're unfortunately gonna do what they want and say what they want, which we've seen. Unfortunately, may he rest in peace. The thought also arises that many people may only sympathize with this case and only call for justice for him and converse about it because he happens to actually be South African and not from another country. As if the atrocities within a South African being killed and not a person, a human being killed. And this directly relates to the content of June 30th, where South Africans are just thrilled to kick out all the illegal immigrants. But that deserves its own conversation.
A few years ago, our grandmothers were getting kicked in the street for ridompas. By Abelung, it's even understandable it was a white government. Today, our own people killing each other for ripasi. ID. And in a shame, Bandit South Africa. You are disgusting human beings, and you deserve everything that is coming to you. You are going to reap everything you are sowing. The bill comes due, always, and you will pay. This was a 19-year-old boy. 19 years old. You killed him for being Tsonga. Then you ask, where is the xenophobia? Where is the Afrophobia? What violence are you inciting? What is this?
We are not pulling the tribalism card. Fact remains that a 19-year-old Tsonga boy was unfairly targeted in Mossel Bay in the Western Cape. No, we are not making this a tribalistic thing, but we cannot take away from the fact that Tsonga people and Venda people are fearing for their lives. We simply cannot turn a blind eye on this issue. However, it is also important to address the issue of tribalism, and I am no way claiming or insinuating the fact that March and March is at fault for the boys' brutal unaliving. I believe that March and March has the capacity and the ability to address this issue so that future similar incidents do not occur. March and March as a movement is very powerful, and if we have representatives from the movement to speak on this, it can profoundly assist in the situation by preventing future similar incidents which unfairly discriminates and endangers the life of Limpopo people. One thing we're not about to do is to gaslight an entire tribe that is fearing for their lives that this issue hasn't somehow turned to be tribalistic. And the most devastating part about it is that this whole thing takes away from the real cause of the March and March movement. The truth is there are hateful and evil people who are taking this opportunity to do heinous things. They are hiding behind March and March. this also affects the image of the movement itself. Please view this as a real issue, because it is. There are certain people who have always had tribalistic ideologies.
You know, I made a video once when the tweets Zgaja Center emerged from on Twitter, where she was belittling people, Limpopo, saying how ugly they are, how not fully South African they are. By a law, yeah, they see Halloween almost daily. And when she was laughing at the women who were killed and fed to pigs, and she said, anyway, they are not South African enough. Okay, fine. Saying people of Limpopo should go vote Mugabe. Okay. Now, when these tweets emerge, Zulu people are the first people who stood up and said, this is a thing of the past. And then the question was, but who is the victim? Who has a right to say about this? Yet again, they are invalidating the existence of Limpopo people. Limpopo people, yes, I'm sorry for that. Now, suddenly, Jacinta, in fact, then apologizes. After she apologizes, Zulu people stands up and accept the apology. The question is, who is offended here? Who's the victim? Why must you accept the apology before the victims have a say and state how they feel about it? That yet again, Zulu nationalists invalidating how Limpopo people should feel. Tribalists, right? Now Nhlamulo gets killed because he was mistaken to a foreigner over the movement that, as far as we know, was initiated by Jacinta and perpetuated by Zulu nationalists, because I categorize her as a Zulu nationalist as well. Nhlamulo dies, a 19-year-old, mistaken to a foreigner, killed because he is Tsonga. He's not speaking the language that those other people can hear. Right? It's still Zulu people who stands up in comment section everywhere, tweeting, posting, saying something doesn't add up. With there's something that one okay, fine. Do you see the pattern? All right. Now he's being confronted, and then he says, EFF, everyone who dies because of gun violence will say it's you. Everybody who dies because every white person who dies will say it's you. Every person who sells drugs will say it's you. Where is the remorse? Where's the remorse there? Because she's yet again pointing a finger instead of standing up as the so-called leader and call people to order and show remorse. I'm telling you, humanity has long escaped from that woman. I don't know how she sleeps at night.
Nina bantu bale dudula. Ananobani tindoni, guys. I don't know what you guys call it, but you guys are gonna kill us all. The moment you're darker than this in South Africa, fear for your life. Because right now, Joyika, guys, I just saw a post. I think the child's 18 or 16, and he was killed in Mossel Bay by people who are South African, saying that he was not South African because Tsonga and his dark skin. And it brought back so many fears that I had growing up as Umdana that is dark skin. In the community I lived in or grew up in was predominantly colored, but also had a lot of Xhosa speaking people. Don't mind my cap. I'm gonna fix my... It was just kokuningi. And I just remember Guy Fawkes Day with literally things made out of nightmares. The things of nightmares was Guy Fawkes Day for me. I would be so scared to leave or go to school. Any exam I had that was on the 5th of November, and then Pala, because the fear of being stopped on my way home or on my way to school, and then having someone say they want to kill me or throw stones at me. I saw like foreign nationals being beat, kicked. If you had a bike and you're riding a bike home or to work, you don't have a bike anymore. You don't have a bike anymore. And it wouldn't even be guys. It would be guys and girls that they were targeting. So who am I as umntana? Like, it gave me so much fear. So much so, this one time I literally had to be screaming. And like, I remember retelling this to my light-skinned Xhosa friends, and we used to make a joke out of it. But now that I'm older, nothing about that is funny. Nothing about that is funny. Like, in xenophobia, yalapa, in a colorist, like, oh, it makes me so mad, banana. Like, guys. I just saw a creator's video here. Her name is Jamila. She's Muslim. She's also a hijabi. Dark skin hijabi. If you were to see her and you did not know what Zulu, you would have thought like, oh, no, she's definitely either from any East African country or predominantly Muslim country. And bazawuthi makahambe bebengamazi ba, oh no, ngumZulu lo. Cha, she practices Muslim or Islam and she is a hijabi. Nithi nizayenza njani? Oh, it's beyond me. Like, indine anger eninzi when it comes to this whole thing. Like, it just makes me so annoyed because nizosibulala. Like, guys, nizosibulala. And kukho abantu abane happiness really just thinking about the idea of the 30th of June. That to me is insane. Like, you guys are excited to kill people, excited to go up to people and being like, show me your ID. How am I gonna whip out my ID for you? I don't know what intentions you have for my ID. But now I feel like, if I decide to leave the house, I must have my ID because I'm scared as a dark-skinned woman. Zimbabweans can also speak Xhosa, or people who have lived here long enough can also speak Xhosa. So what is it that's going to differentiate Tinake, bantu bamnyama, dark-skinned people? Nothing. Anifundithetha kakhulu. I'm annoyed kuningi. Otherwise, South Africa needs prayer, and we need to pray for all of you because ingapha kwam le.
Okay, before I start this video, I want to say condolences to the Sambo family who have just lost their 19-year-old son, Nhlamulo, who has been killed in the recent riots in Mossel Bay. We have been saying that there's no way you can identify who is South African and who is not, because black South Africans look very much similar to their brothers that come from other African countries. In addition to that, we have been saying that you cannot take the law into your own hands. You are not trained to be law enforcement. At the same time, we have been saying that any form of discrimination, hatred, or singling out of black people based on how they look and say that they are foreigners is going to cause problems. I myself particularly have said that with violence that is towards Africans, it will eventually come home. And now we are in this sad day where somebody has been killed. And the person that has been killed is a South African. Not that it makes it any better if that person was an African coming from another African country. How many more people are supposed to die for this madness to stop? And by the singling out of Africans and us as black people, transferring our frustrations with government, our frustration with joblessness, our frustration with immigration, towards our black African brothers. How will that solve any of our problems? Now, if you love this country and you're a person who believes in peace, a person who believes in order, a person who believes in law, you'll understand why we shouldn't be taking the law into our own hands in any small form or any big way. Because innocent people are going to get killed. Innocent people are going to get hurt. You may rejoice at this, but it's actually very sad.
We knew that this xenophobia was supposed to bear tribalism. Ntlamulo's crime was being Tsonga in a Xhosa-speaking community. That's why they thought he doesn't deserve his life. They thought he deserved to die on the street without committing any crime. His crime was being Tsonga in Mossel Bay where Xhosas lives. They saw him as a sacrificial lamb. His crime was not living among Tsonga people in South Africa. Within the boundaries of his own country, they saw him as a foreigner. They saw him as an illegal immigrant just because he is not Xhosa, he's Tsonga. Julius Malema warned us about this thing long time ago. He warned us about this thing long time ago.
When you are done with Nigerians, when you are done with Mozambicans and Zimbabweans and Zambians, you are going to go for Shangans from Guyana. I have to stop you now before you come to me. Now some of us can't even talk your language. They are going to ask us to make certain pronouncements in their language and we can't pronounce Wow. Back to Limpopo.
Certain schools, when they started singing Weshangane Suga Ndleleni, people came for us. We warned about this thing. Now an innocent life is lost just because of greedy, ignorance, non-readers that claim to be patriots. Sad. Where is our Ubuntu, South Africans? Where is the love that God has built us on? Sifike kanjani lana? Sifike kanjani? I'm asking myself one question. Sifike kanjani lana? South Africans, sifike kanjani la? Is this the life we want to live for our kids? Is this how the future generation must look like? Is this the division we want the next generations of South Africans to inherit? Sifike kanjani la? Sifike kanjani? As a Zulu speaking man married to a Tsonga, a woman, you're not sure whether your wife will come back once they leave in the morning going to work because you don't know what might happen to them. You don't know. Sifike kanjani la? As a Zulu speaking lady, as a Swati speaking lady, you don't know what will happen to a Tsonga husband when they go to work. You're not even guaranteed whether they will come back from work or they will be told that they are foreigners in their own native country. Sifike kanjani la? Tomorrow, they will kick all of us as Zulu speaking people, Swati speaking people, Ndebele speaking people, and Xhosa speaking people in Limpopo. They will tell us to go back home because our fathers, our brothers back in KZN, they are busy and unaliving people for no good reason. our brothers in KZN, our brothers in Western Cape, our brothers in Eastern Cape, they are busy dealing with Tsongas and vendors, not knowing that they are South African by birth. South Africans, sifike kanjani? Sifike kanjani la? Is this the highest level of Ubuntu we can serve? Is this how we want to be known? Where is our Africanism? Where is our Ubuntu? Mbuzo wami usamile, sifike kanjani?
Barishu, this is not good. This is bad. What's happening now in South Africa? It's totally not good. It's inhuman. Barishu, a young man from Limpopo, just got killed on the 31st of May. He was stabbed to death in Mossel Bay, in Western Cape. Barishu, this is very bad. This is sad. This is heartbreaking. As an African boy, I expect to be free whenever I walk around, whenever I walk in any place which is in Africa, at any place which is in Africa. I expect to feel free. Even outside, actually, everywhere, as a human being, you expect to be free wherever you walk or wherever you are. Things that kills people is kill animals. Those are animals. People should not kill people. No. If you are a person and you start killing people, you are an animal. What happened to this young man is very painful, Barishu. It's very painful and disappointing for us as South Africans. What happened to this young boy? I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is wrong, man. This is out of hand. This is out of hand. Please stop what you are doing. Stop what you are doing. Oh, woman. Whoever did this, all those people who did this, they should be brought to justice. They should not get away with this. I've read somewhere that some of them, they even went to the mother and told her that, asked her, where are the other Shangani people around who are living here? Where are the other? Like, it looks like it's not enough for them. They still want to kill more. No. This is wrong. Justice for Nhlamulo. He was just killed for being a Tsonga guy in a Xhosa community. He was just killed for that. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. We are Africans, guys. We are South Africans. I won't say anything about whatever's happening now in South Africa, but when it comes to when it goes this far, guys, we need to all stand up now. We cannot allow this. We cannot, Bakish. We cannot allow this. This is wrong. A family is crying now. A young boy, 19 years, 19 years. Killed like a dog. Killed like an animal on the street. No, come on, guys. Come on. Hi, this is wrong. Stop what you're doing, Bageshu. Stop what you're doing. You're bringing pain to families. Eh? So what should we do now? What should we do now in Limpopo? We should do like you. What you just did in the Western Cape. We should do like you. We should be like you now. No, we cannot. We cannot be like you. We cannot do that. It's wrong. We cannot kill another human being. You just cannot. Just for being maybe a little bit darker than you. Just for being a little bit darker than you. For talking or for using a different language than you. Then you say, no, this one doesn't deserve to be here. No, you can't. No, guys, please. Western Cape people. Actually, everyone in South Africa, whoever is thinking of doing something like this is wrong. Please stop that. We are all Africans. No, man, we are all Africans. We cannot be fighting against each other. We should be building. No. This is wrong, Bagish. This is wrong. Justice for Nhlamulo. Whoever did this deserves to rot in jail. Whoever did this has to be brought to justice. Eish.